Michael Possingham. Today I'm here to tell you about the greatest threat that Trinity faces today, giant robots. It has long been clear to me that Trinity College is vulnerable, with the potential dangers of a mad scientist unleashing a robot army, rogue space colonies rebelling against the Earth government, or invading aliens. We're under threat from many different forms of robot attack. However, there is a solution. Trinity needs its own robot forces to fight back. In order to find out just how concerned Trinity residents were regarding robot attack, I conducted a series of interviews. Here they are. So are you concerned at all about the giant robot threat facing Trinity?
I am, actually, yes. I'm quite concerned. I've heard about giant robots attacking other colleges, and look, no one's really prepared for what could potentially occur. I mean, it could be devastating. Like, we could all die.
So do you think maybe Trinity should invest in its own giant robots to combat the threat?
I think so, yes. I think it's come to the point now where that's really the only solution. Look, we've got heaps of space. The bull's massive. We could very easily, house a giant robot there, and although it wouldn't mean we're completely safe, I think it would help a lot.
Are you concerned at all about the threat of giant robot attack at Trinity?
No.
Why not?
Good point.
So are you concerned about the giant robot threat facing Trinity at the moment?
Very much so. You may not know this, but I was involved in a secret research program for the government. They attached electrodes to my pubic hair to catch the psychic waves that emanated. There were little Japanese men, and they spoke to me, and I saw the robots. I was frightened. There was a gigantic 80-foot tall robot, and it had in its hand a small little porcelain woman, and it ate her.
Do you think Trinity should invest in a giant robot defense force?
Absolutely, maybe.
Are you at all concerned about the robot threat currently facing Trinity?
Absolutely. I think it's a serious issue that needs to be addressed, and I think admin just isn't dealing with the problem. Considering
the proposal of Trinity investing in its own robots, do you think this would successfully combat the problem?
Look, I think if they actually did it properly, they really could, and I think that it should just open it up to student discussion and get everybody involved, because I think everybody is quite interested in being involved.
Are you at all concerned about the threat of giant robot attack facing Trinity at the moment?
There is no threat. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm the editor of the newspaper. I'm the one who knows everything about what happens here, and I have seen no evidence whatsoever, not even an implication that there is a threat.
So you deny that giant robot attack is even remotely possible?
I deny that there are giant robots.
If I were to provide you with photographic evidence, what would you say?
I'd say that the photographs were put together by you and your associates.
Are you at all concerned about the robot threat facing Trinity at the moment?
I'd have to say I am. I think they're a threat to traditional family values.
Okay, so what if Trinity were to invest in its own robots to combat the enemy robots?
I think, yes, that is definitely a good idea. We need to fund all available money into combating this terrible, terrible threat.
As you can see, lots of people are pretty concerned about robot attack, so it seems that Trinity should indeed obtain its own robots. The question is, what kind of robots? This is a GM. They're a cheaply produced mass-production mobile suit model. In fact, they're cheap enough that we could get 3 of them. Of course, GM isn't a very impressive robot, but what if the 3 we obtain could transform? Now, critics may complain that GM can't actually transform, but I think that's loser talk. With enough burning spirit, you can do anything. In order to satisfy my concerns, I went straight to the Dean to ask what the college was planning to do about this danger. Recently there's been a lot of concern among students about the threat of giant robot attack at Trinity. Is the college planning any measures to combat this?
I can't begin to tell you how happy I am that you've brought this up at this time. The board is very concerned about the possibility of giant robot attack, and it's really going to be a priority for our work and budget in the next year or so.
So one idea that's been floated has been the possibility of Trinity investing in its own giant robot defence force. Has this been considered at all?
Well, it has, and in the strategic plan for the college, of course, one of the risks that we have to address is that one day, although it will be a long way away, we might not have Frank anymore. And what greater force could there be in his place than a giant robot?
So there you have it, folks. Trinity will be protected. Through burning spirit and giant robots, we will defend ourselves.
Starfleet,